Yo, Fat Night Gamers, what's going on? It is your boy ZVG here, and today we're going to be talking about equipment and the equipment awakening system in Dragon Ball Legends. Today I am joined by the homies Swift and Azik. Say what's up, my boys.
Yo.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Alrighty, and before we get into it, make sure you guys do like the video if you enjoy. Also, subscribe to Fat Night Gaming if you are new. We make dope Dragon Ball Legends content over here, so if you guys like it, stick around and subscribe. Now,
Yes,
the tweet that we're looking at right now is D3 on Twitter. If you guys didn't know, the LF Booty Platinum just released in Legends like a couple of days ago. And D3 says that he went 500 plus erasers and probably over 1 billion Zenny for the red slot on Bodhi's Platinum, right? The red third slot on his Platinum. And then he says that the system is trash and extremely annoying, having it stop on gold slots every 10 seconds. At least an option to dictate when it stops. As for resources, I've had some get the red upgraded like 10 erasers, others under 100. You know, I just want to talk about like just how bad the equipment rates are for platinums in general. Like not even LF specific platinums, but just platinums in general are like atrocious in this game. I'm currently upgrading my USS platinum. That equip is insane difficult. I'm like 200 erasers deep into that, into the second slot alone.
The MUI one?
And I have the UI one. And it hasn't even hit 8% on the second slot out of 10, dude. Like it is actually crazy just how terrible some slots are. And I feel like we're at a point where we need to get more erasers in the USDR shop specifically. That's why I'm very advocating for us to get USDR Lite and USDR in the game like permanently, because we need so many erasers for these equipments, and it's getting to a point where it's not getting any better. Like every LF unique platinum, you better have at least 500 erasers dedicated just to that. Like, do you know how much 500 erasers is, dude? Like that is a lot. And I haven't even begun to talk about the awakening system, but I just want to hear Azik and Swift's thoughts on LF unique platinums and plats in general, like for tags and curlers and stuff. I want to hear your guys' thoughts.
I mean, honestly, I agree. If they're going to be dropping these equips that have just these horrible rates, I do agree. We do need to see more slot erasers if possible. But yeah, these rates are tough, man. I actually grinded this Broly one, and I put, I believe, 400 erasers and yeah, probably like a billion Zenny. And I didn't even get as good of a roll as D3 got. It looks like he actually ended up getting that red third slot. I'm still rocking the 25%, the middle roll on that third slot, just because I gave up. I'm like, bro, even Broly, even with this new equipment, is not even that special. I'm like, why am I dedicating all these resources? I basically just gave up. And you know, when people are giving up on these equips, that's when you know that the system's kind of bad.
Yep, I agree. And you know, the funny thing about the whole system and stuff like that, like I frequently get clowned on for like my equips, right? I'll rock all S, and you know, sometimes they are not the optimal equips. For the most part, I try to get like the best equips, but I'll just keep them at S. And I get a lot of people like in my comments and stuff telling me like, hey, like why don't you push for a higher slot on this one? Like it's going to be very impactful. And it's like, for the most part, I'm just like, you don't think I tried? Like for the most part, I'll stockpile my erasers and stuff like that, but it's so hard delegating these resources, right? Because everyone that I've spoken to that actually has like full Z pluses on their teams, they got Z pluses because of spending CC on the equips, getting the guaranteed upgrades, right?
Yeah.
And I don't think there's a single person that I know personally. I mean, obviously, there's definitely going to be some people out there. I don't think there's a single person that I know personally that has gotten like a fully delegated Z plus equipment for a squad without using the guaranteed upgrade, using some CCs.
That's not possible.
It's not possible. Yeah, see, it just for me, it just absolutely pay to win, right? It's absolutely pay to win, and it's just such a chore. It's so tedious, and especially on equips like this, right? Because that system was put in place for people that just want to go ahead and just toss in the CC to go ahead and just upgrade it, and that's fine. You know, like I don't have a problem with that. Like if people want to delegate their CC to their equipments, you have the option to do so. Go ahead, but I think it's the game's fault. I think the game shouldn't let you do that. I think the game should just be more like they should be more like just generous with this, right? They should be more lenient with the system overall, because when you come to equipments like this one in particular, like with D3, this is an equip where you cannot use that feature. You cannot use a guarantee upgrade slot. You cannot throw CC at this equipment. You have to suffer through it. And then especially, I went through the same thing because I farmed this equip too. I did get the red slot on it. I think it took me about 200 erasers. And it is annoying, right? It's just annoying. Like you literally, you have to go like on brain dead mode. You have to be doing something else. You have to be occupying your time with something else while doing this, because it'll just stop. Like you're just sitting there over and over, and it just stops on that gold slot. It's just absolutely awful. I hate the system overall, and that's why you really never see me push for Z's, for Z pluses. I mean, yeah, it's nice, and when I take them, I'll take them. Right, it's not like I'm just completely against them. It's not like I don't want them. Like I want them, right? I think that's the thing that I think a lot of people don't like get confused about. I want them.
You don't want them.
I want them.
I disagree. Swift, I caught this man with 300 erasures at one point, bro, just sitting there. And you know what he told me?
What?
He can't be bothered. He just can't be bothered.
It literally depends. It depends on the equip. So it's like this, like I'm saying, like I'll have like 300 erasers or something like that. Like for example, when this equip dropped, I had like a 270 erasers. 200 of those erasers were just delegated to this, and it pissed me off.
Yeah.
It pissed me off. Just to one equipment? That's so stupid.
Bro, I had like 400 saved up, and I spent all of them on. I don't even know why, because I do know why, because I always enjoyed running Blue Broly. Maybe it's like a nostalgia thing. I don't know what it is, but when Blue Broly came out, he was a really fun unit to play with. And when I heard this equipment was coming, I actually got really excited. And you know, I actually wanted to farm it. I was excited for the first time in a while. I was actually excited to farm an equipment. And you know, like 20-30 minutes into farming it, I was not excited anymore. I was like, I was starting to get upset because like I said, I had like 400 erasers saved up. I went through all those. And not only, like you said, it gets really annoying, and like D3 said as well, it gets really annoying on that third slot when you're going for the red, and then you constantly get the gold ones popping up, and that's not what you want. So you have to reset the rerolls every single time that happens. And then every time you run out of Zenny, you got to go out and, you know, farm the Zenny stage, and then you run out of the soul materials. You got to go get that. It's just it's just super tedious, man. I don't know if there's any way that they could streamline the process or whatever, but it's just a super tedious process.
Just make it so that we have a setting that it only stops at a red slot.
Yeah,
and just have a setting in the game where like it only stops when it hits a certain point. That's an easy fix, bro. That's an easy, simple fix, man. Just have it that we can set it where we want it to stop. If it doesn't hit there, it just keeps on going. Like that's how it should be, but just not. And I feel like some equips in the game just have terrible slots. Like the Gaki second slot is terrible. Power Unleashed, the second slot is terrible. The USS Splat, the second slot is terrible. And not even let's talk about Awaken equip now, dude. The Awakening equip system, it has to be one of the worst systems I've ever seen. USTR doesn't give you enough of the coins or the rush medals, to get enough memories to get these Awakened equipments to where you need them to be, because it takes a lot of resources to try to get a good high green slot or a yellow slot for an Awakened equip first slot. Like, why is it that I can get 2 silver equips, 2 gold equips at a B, get the equipment to A, get the rush medals, get the rush fragments, get all that, just to get E and D's and low D's on the Awakened equips, bro, for the first slot? Why is that a thing? Why is even getting an E possible, bro? Why is that a thing? Why can't I get E's when I Awaken equipment, bro? Like that's a waste of so much resource. The Zenny, the memories, bro. The memories are. We need a better way.
Bro, you just gave me a good idea. I think there needs to be some type of pity system for doing these Awakened equips. Some type of pity. Maybe not the plat equips, because I know some of these plat equips are like insanely good, and like, you know, units like Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, you basically need the plat equip to make that unit viable. But I think at least for Awakened equips, some type of pity system would be really good, because like you said, if you're doing your USTR rush every week, it only gives you a certain amount of materials to buy the memory. Like, you can only do so many rerolls on Awaken Equips every week. And then every week you got to go in and farm your rush every time. So there really should be some type of pity system where, let's say you go through all the materials on the last one. If you haven't gotten lucky by that point, then maybe you get, like, you know, the lowest possible C or something like that, to where, like, maybe it's not even a gold, but it's like a green C, but that'll give you enough to where if you still want to get a Z, you can get, like, maybe get a gold or a red slot in the second, third slot, and you can still end up with a Z equip. Something, I don't know, maybe something like that, but I think some type of pity system would be really, really helpful for these Awakened equips, because, you know, like I said, not only is it tedious, not only is it expensive in the amount of materials you go through, but you're limited to the amount that you can roll every single week. And I personally, I don't think that's fair, especially considering a lot of these units and a lot of these teams, some of these Awakened equips are literally best in slot items, best in slot equipments. So if you don't have these equipments at good rolls, then you're literally at a disadvantage compared to a team that does have these equipments. So the fact that these are best in slot, or some of them are best in slot equipments, I really think, you know, some type of pity system, or maybe give us, you know, let us buy as many memories as we want. Like, maybe don't even put a price cost on the memories. Like, let us just roll. Like, if we want to sit there for 4 hours and roll equipments, why not? You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't think there shouldn't be, either there shouldn't be a limit to the amount of Awakened memories that you can get, or if there is a limit, there should be some type of pity system. That's the only thing I can think of.
What I had in mind, so an alternative to the pity system is they should just let you, for the equipment, because like how ZVG said, it takes so much resources just to awaken an equipment. I feel like you should just be able to awaken an equipment and re-roll that first slot. Only let us re-roll that first slot, man.
I agree with that 100%. Even if it's like some type of special slot eraser, like maybe like, you know, you have to maybe there's like some type of transfer system where you trade like, you know, 10, 15, 20, 30 slot erasers for like a special slot eraser. And then that, with that special one, you can do the first, you know, whatever it is, I don't care. If there's some type of way to re-roll first slot, I agree. That'd be very, very helpful.
Yep. It sucks too, just that the whole system, like I said before, and I know I don't want to sound like a broken record or anything, it's just the system, how it's like pay to win, right? Especially ever since they added, because if you go into the shop right now, you can buy erasers, right? Like, you can buy erasers with like real life currency, like with real money.
Sadly, bro. Honestly, bro, like, as a person that likes to chase Z's and Z plus now, because I want to maximize my team. I want my team to be the best that they can possibly be. And there are times where I'm like, man, bro, $8, bro.
It's
$8, $8, man. It's only $8 for 50 races.
For 50, how much does USDR give you per
USDR
reset?
gives 125, I think.
That's crazy. They can't even give it 125 for that $8. That's crazy.
Honestly, $8 like for 50 is not the best deal.
The issues with equips would be, you know, contained in some way, or like reduced in some way, if we just had USDR Lite and USDR at the same time every single 2 weeks.
I agree with that.
If that was the case, then I wouldn't be complaining as much. But there's not enough resource. There's too many equips, and the rates are so bad that you need to farm like a lot. Like, because some teams use multiple of one Awaken item. Future, the Awaken Future Pure, absolutely horrendous to get a good first lot on the equipment. The last slot and second slots, pretty decent, but the first slot, dude, is absolutely like it's terrible. The Awakened Heart is notorious for being that bad. I know people that have gone like 100 Awakened of those equipment of that equipment and haven't gotten a single gold slot, but that should never be the case.
Never.
Yeah. Even God Key has multiple Awakened equips that, especially if you're running a Vados setup, you have to have the Awakened Health Restoration. And then if you're running a Whis setup, even with the Whis setup without Vados, there's still Awakened and Plat equips that you have to grind for God Key. I know that, so I agree. If USTR and USTR Lite was every week and we had just a bigger influx of erasers, I think it would help the entire community. I agree with that.
Yeah, for sure.
But it sucks because I have a feeling that they'll never do that, just because of the fact that, you know, someone over there is sitting in their office chair. They're rubbing their hands deviously, like they just put on some hand sanitizer, and they're like, "Look at these!" like they're happy with the income they're getting from these erasers that they're selling to you guys, because that's exactly what they're doing, right? They're selling these erasers to you guys, and they're making it worth your time by looking at this and being like, "Hey, like I could just grab these erasers for this $8 real quick." And try to get some better equipment, or hey, like I can just buy this CC real quick and get these guaranteed upgrades for these equipments, and they're over there sitting like, you know, they're happy with this. They're like, oh yeah, that's more money in our pockets.
I can understand that. I can definitely understand that, and if they want to keep doing that, fine. But at the bare minimum, so I think we're asking for a couple things here. Maybe we're being too greedy. Who knows? I don't know. But I know we're asking for more erasers. If they don't want to do that, that's fine. But at the bare minimum, they need to streamline some of the processes with Awakened, especially Awakened. And then Platinum, they need to streamline some of the options for your, like when you go to, like what we were talking about, when you go to upgrade like 10 times in a row, they need to give you more options. Like, okay, maybe I don't want a gold slot. Maybe I only want to go for a red slot. Like there's multiple different things that in my opinion, they could streamline for both the Platinum and the Awakened equip systems that would, I think really help just make the community happy. So at the bare minimum, I think that would really, really make the community happy for sure.
Yo, imagine if we had gold erasers, bro.
Well,
That's
that
what I was
just instantly
saying.
turned
Wait, what
them
do
to
you
a
mean?
gold
Like-
slot.
Like a
Like
guaranteed
a gold
upgrade?
eraser where like you can reroll the first slot.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like maybe trade like 10, maybe I don't know what the rate would be, but maybe trade like a certain amount of regular erasers for like a special eraser, and then the special eraser you could do the first slot, something like that. That'd be super cool.
What if there was a red eraser that just immediately turned like whatever slot you use it on into a red slot?
Bro, that'd be.
Oh, bro, that
They would sell that for like $100
You know for a fact that they would monetize
Yeah,
the
they would monetize it.
shit out of that, bro. Like if Super CC costs like $120, bro, I can dead out see a red eraser costing like that amount of money, but like $100, bro.
Oh my god, that's going to the thumbnail, dude. A red eraser coming soon. Oh my god.
But yeah, I mean, in general, I think there is a lot of improvements that they could make to the both the Awakened system and the Platinum system for equipment. I think whether it's streamlining the process or just more racers in general, I think there definitely is some improvements to be made here.
Yeah, I agree.
Facts. But yeah, let us know in the comments down below. Do you guys think that they should improve the equipment system? If you say no, you will get banned. I will ban you myself, because it's obvious that, you know, spending, dude, the fact that you have to dedicate so much erasers to a single equipment is kind of wild. Like there should definitely be a pity system in regards to erasers. But yeah, let us know your thoughts on that. Also, what could they do to make the equipment system better, the Awakened system, like all that down below in the comments. We love to hear your thoughts. The ZVG, joined by the homie Azik and Swift, and we catch you, the homies, my bad, Azik and Swift, and we catch you guys in the next 5 Night Gaming video. Peace out, guys.
Later.
Peace.